Hello and Merry Christmas, friends. My name is Micah from the blog Home Faith Family. Thank you so much for being here. If you missed our last video, I talked about why my husband and I are only getting 4 Christmas presents for our children this year. We have 5 little ones varying in ages between 18 months all the way up to 10 years old. And this does not include gifts from grandparents and other family members and friends. And I absolutely loved reading your comments that you left. If you haven't watched the video yet, please check it out. It's a really great reminder that each family is different. Everyone has their own unique traditions. And the most important thing to remember, especially as you get on YouTube and you see all these people showing what they're doing for their kids for Christmas or some of their favorite holiday traditions, it's really important to remember that you need to do what's best for your family. With that being said, today I'm going to dive specifically into what we got our toddlers. So we have an 18-month, almost 2-year-old little guy that runs around, and these are his 4 gifts that he will be getting from myself and my husband this year. He loves everything Paw Patrol, so if you notice a theme going on with these gifts, you'll understand why. Whoops! One tradition that we have in our family is we do Christmas ornaments, and we love putting them in the kids' stockings, which I'll share more stocking ideas that we've done in the past, so stick around to the end of this video. This one is Marshall. When all of my littles were smaller, they've all loved watching Paw Patrol. And each kid grew up with one puppy that they loved. Let me know in the comments if your kids ever loved watching Paw Patrol and if they had a favorite puppy, because each of my kids had a specific one that they were attached to, but for some reason, my Flynn has decided to just love them all. Like, because my older kids absolutely love the show, we have almost all the different stuffed animal puppies. And so one day we lined him up and we asked him to pick one, and he did this like full body lunge forward and just somehow magically just wrapped them all up in his arms, and he couldn't decide. He picked them all. So right now, Marshall tends to be the more popular Paw Patrol that we saw when we went shopping, and so this is the theme that he's getting. So we're gonna put this Marshall Christmas ornament in his stocking. We found this little guy. It was one of the last ones on the shelf. It's a huge blessing for our family, so we're really excited for him to get that this Christmas. I hesitated to give this as a Christmas present, but I think he's young enough where he really won't care. But we wanted to make it exciting for him anyway. But we're gonna get him a potty seat because he's getting that age where eventually he's gonna start potty training. And it has Paw Patrol on it as well. And so we figured, with them being as little as my toddler is, he's just gonna love the fact that it's Paw Patrol. I mean, that's the great thing about toddlers, right? We can wrap up a giant refrigerator box and let them open it, and they'll be just excited to have this new thing that they can build, and their imaginations go wild. Because let's be honest, when they're really little, sometimes they tend to play with the boxes more than they do with the gifts and toys. But let me know if that was the same for you growing up. And then for their 4th gift, we try to do something spiritual. Toddler, we've got him this cute little picture book about Jesus Christ. The pictures are just absolutely beautiful. You have Jesus teaching, and then some of the miracles that he did. And the one thing that I love about this book is it has those 1-second blurbs where you can just read something really quick. And the 4 gifts that our toddler is getting, let me know in the comments some of your favorite Christmas traditions that you do, or if there's any gifts that you're getting your toddler that you're excited to gift them on Christmas. Now for stocking stuffers, ooh, this is always really fun. Growing up, my family had a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle theme, and so each of my siblings and I, we had our own Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle. And then when my littlest sister was born, she was number 5, and so my parents got her a little mouse stocking, which I was always couldn't correlate. And then of course when we got older and actually watched the show, it was like, oh, that was like a cute little Master Splinter. But that's a different story. But stockings were really big in my family. They were a little bit for my husband, but we love doing just simple things for Christmas stockings for our children. We tend to put in fruit of some kind. My mom loved putting oranges in our stockings, and so we've done oranges in the past. And my husband hesitated. He was like, no kid wants to get fruit on Christmas. And I was like, oh, it's gonna be great, they're gonna love it. And sure enough, they were so excited. They could get orange, you know, Christmas Eve, they could get oranges anytime before that, but they got a Christmas orange and they loved it. And so we've done fruit before, we've done candy canes. We try to stay away from sugar as much as we can, not to be cranky mean parents, but our kids go insane on sugar. They naturally have a lot of energy, and so we try to stay away from sugar. We give that job to the grandparents since they love spoiling their grandkids. And so from us, we don't give sugar to them, but they do get it on Christmas, so I promise they're not deprived children at all. So you'll usually have some sort of sweet treat in there. We've done activity books, coloring pages, where we did little loveys, kind of small stuffed animals, and they each had a theme with it, and that year was really fun for them. We tend not to wrap up their stocking gifts. We just let the stocking itself be the gift, and then that way they can just dive in and see what they've gotten in the past. Sometimes we've put their Christmas ornament in there. Usually that one is wrapped though, depending on how small their Christmas ornament is, and depending on if it's fragile or not. Let me know in the comments if there's a fun Christmas stocking tradition that you and your family have. All right, friend, I am excited for you for Christmas this year with you and your family. Be sure to subscribe so you know when our next video goes live. Thank you again for joining me today, and I look forward to visiting with you again soon. Take care, friend.